Dustin Paschal again for Simon Paschal Says. We want to do a quick video for you because we've been getting a lot of questions from our clients and from HR colleagues about the coronavirus or COVID-19 and specifically what employers can and cannot do. So we'll talk about that. But before we get into that, obviously we here at Simon Paschal are not medical professionals. We encourage you to follow information from the CDC and other reputable health organizations. And keep in mind that even with everything going on with the coronavirus, you're still generally okay. You should go about your daily lives. You should be doing what you need to be doing. But we wanted to give some tips to our HR professionals because they're getting questions. And so when they get questions, we want to provide answers. And so one of the big ones is, what can employers do? And so I just want to tick through quickly. I'm not going to go through the law. If you have some questions, you can contact us. But what can employers do? You can send your employees home if you feel they are a danger or a risk to you or their fellow coworkers. So if they're exhibiting symptoms of an illness and you're worried about it, you are permitted to send them home. You can prohibit your employees from coming to work if you feel they're a danger to the workplace. And for both of those, you are permitted to refrain from paying those employees if you send them home or they don't come into work if they're not performing any work. There's an exception if it's an exempt employee and they are ready, willing, and able to work. You may be required to pay those employees, but generally you can refrain from paying those employees that you send home. What can you not do? You should not be targeting specific national origins. So that would be considered national origin discrimination. So don't target specific people that you feel may be the impetus of the coronavirus. You also cannot require employees to have their temperature taken or submit to any other kind of medical exams. That's going to be considered a medical exam under the ADA that you can't require. You also cannot generally prohibit personal travel of your employees if they choose to travel internationally. You can caution them about it, but you generally cannot prohibit that. Although, again, kind of referring back, you can require employees to stay home if they're ill or not come into work. So what should you do as an employer? If you've got employees that are exhibiting symptoms, have them go see a healthcare professional and monitor anyone at the workplace that they've interacted with or any clients or customers that they've interacted with, and encourage those individuals to see a healthcare professional. A couple of quick notes on what employees can do, because we're getting those questions as well. Understand that employees may be able to refuse to come to work or to refuse to travel for work if they believe they are in imminent danger, as that's defined under OSHA, under the Occupational Safety and Health Administration Act. So they may be able to refuse that work. Can't give you a yes or no without knowing the details, but they may be able to. They also may be able to utilize FMLA leave if they are ill. What the law generally is saying, though, is that ADA is not going to cover this because coronavirus or COVID-19 is considered something that's transitory, so it likely would not be covered by the ADA. And a couple of last things to keep in mind. The real issues you're looking at here from a legal standpoint are OSHA, failure to provide a safe workplace. So if you've got someone that's exhibiting those symptoms, make sure you send them home and take care of those things. And then workers' compensation claims may come into play if an employee says that they got ill from being at work and encountering another coworker that got them ill. So these are just some things to keep in mind, what employers can do, what they can't do. But again, we remind you to stay calm, go about your daily lives. This too shall pass. So this is Dustin Paschal with Simon Paschal Says.